Now this life is difficult. This life is difficult, but remember, only if you practice these things with a great difficulty, then only you can enjoy happiness. These things are difficult, but if you practice these things, the comfort is not for 1 or 2 years, for eons. And these qualities will end up one day by avoiding all these obstacles and barriers in life. When you attain Nibbana, no working like this, no more these problems. So without solving the main problem, we try to solve the problems that we could meet again and again in life. So the problems that we are meeting again and again in life cannot be solved by fighting. In this life you can solve, but in next life what are you going to do? In next life what are you going to do? If you can attain Nibbana, then all these problems are solved for once and for all. Associating people that you do not like, associating evil friends, you won't meet them when you attain Nibbana. Like a lamp has done, your life is done. When someone shows you a mistake, take a moment first and think. First thing what we do is when someone tries to correct us, the first thought that comes to our mind is, who is he to correct me? No, just take 5 minutes and think. If you have done something wrong, correct yourself. If you have not done anything wrong, be happy, I have not done anything wrong. You don't have to scold that person. If you have done something wrong, remain quiet. Correct it. These qualities should be practiced for a long time. That's why people are unable to live in harmony. That's why the marriage lives nowadays are very unsuccessful. When the husband is showing a mistake, the wife will not talk for weeks. The wife will take the car, get into the car and go somewhere else. That's the life today. They don't know their abilities. That's the problem. At least if you have loving kindness, there's another secret. You should think like this. This person would have been practicing these bad qualities in many lives. I think this is the first time he would have heard the Buddha's teachings. Or maybe this person would have not heard a Buddha's word ever in the samsara. That's why he is like this. Then you will have compassion towards that person without getting angry towards that person. Then the next quality, the next reason to be obedient, the next reason you should practice to be obedient is he does not think of himself like he does not think himself high, in the sense like he don't step down others, and he don't live in a way that I am the one who knows everything and I am the one who does everything and people should listen to me and I am the genius person. He doesn't think like that. I am the most senior person here. Now I remember one person told me once when I saw him, he was a quite senior person. But later on, one of my close, I think, devotees has seen him working as a general worker. So maybe due to some mistake or due to some shortcoming, due to a wrong thing he would have done, he would have been chased away from that company, and now he has no way to earn money. He may be doing a odd job now. So our titles, our positions are impermanent. So when we know that these things are impermanent, we will not become disobedient, we will become obedient. We will not step down others and we will not look down others. Then there are many other things that it will help you to become obedient. He does not develop hatred towards others, and he will not get overwhelmed with hatred. That is another way to be obedient. See, so many things to practice to become obedient. Not only in the school, even afterwards we should have this quality. Because to fulfill our rights and we think, this is unfair. Okay, things are unfair and we are getting angry. We are doing things against and we are accumulating a bad karma to make things to be fair. But what could we take to our next life? Can we take the things that we obtain by trying to be fair and by fighting for by fighting for those things, thinking that these things are unfair, can we take these things to our next life? The things that we obtain by fighting, it might not even last for a minute sometime. So we should understand what kind of a life we are living. And then by knowing the way, by knowing what kind of a life we have got, by knowing from what kind of things we are affected, we should take decisions in life. We are affected by karma. We are depending on karma. Reputation should be built not just by wealth, not by education, qualifications, not along with those things. A reputation should be developed with good qualities. Then there are more reasons in here in this sutta, reasons to become obedient. Then here a person does not shows enmity to others, and then he does not fight with others. That is another reason to be obedient. That means if someone is fighting, that means he is not obedient. Now this life is difficult. This life is difficult, but remember, only if you practice these things with a great difficulty, then only you can enjoy happiness. These things are difficult, but if you practice these things, the comfort is not for 1 or 2 years, for eons. And these qualities will end up one day by avoiding all these obstacles and barriers in life. When you attain Nibbana, no working like this. No more these problems. So without solving the main problem, we try to solve the problems that we could meet again and again in life. So the problems that we are meeting again and again in life cannot be solved by fighting. In this life you can solve, but in next life what are you going to do? In next life what are you going to do? But if we can attain Nibbana, then all these problems are solved for once and for all. Associating people that you do not like, associating evil friends, you won't meet them when you attain Nibbana. Like a lamp has done, your life is done. Then, more reasons. People say things that increase hatred. People keep on saying things that will increase hatred. That is also not obedience. See, don't we do these things? Some people, they say things that increase hatred. So there is a person, he does not say things that increase hatred. Then, when someone shows you mistakes, you don't get arrogant. When someone shows you a mistake, take a moment first and think. First thing what we do is, when someone tries to correct us, the first thought that comes to our mind is, who is he to correct me? No, just take 5 minutes and think what you have done. If you have done something wrong, correct yourself. If you have not done anything wrong, be happy, I have not done anything wrong. You don't have to scold that person. If you have done something wrong, remain quiet. Correct it. So these qualities should be practiced for a long time. That's why people are unable to live in harmony. That's why the marriage lives nowadays are very unsuccessful. When the husband is showing a mistake, the wife will not talk for weeks. The wife will stop cooking. The wife will take the car, get into the car and go somewhere else. That's the life today. They don't know their abilities. That's the problem. Then, another reason to be obedient. Another reason to be obedient is, when someone corrects you, you don't insult others. That is also obedient. So some people, they don't accept. Some people, they insult others. And then what happens? There's another reason to become obedient. When someone corrects you, you don't try to pick the other person's mistakes and say, you have that mistake. Who are you to correct me when you have a mistake like this? You don't say such things. If my father is drinking, why can't I drink? If my husband is drinking, why can't I drink? If my husband is going behind other women, why can't I go and have a man? What is that? Not obedient. If my colleagues are doing, why can't I do? If my brother is doing, why can't I do? Fools think like that. Not human beings. I have to use these words because these Dhamma advice should go to your minds. No point if not. We should recognize who we are. Then, the next one is, there are disobedient people. When they try to correct a mistake, you take up a different topic and start talking about it. When someone tries to correct you, you come up with a different topic and talk something else without paying attention to what he shows you. That is to be disobedient. But an obedient person, when someone corrects you, you don't come up with a different topic and talk on something else. You talk on that relevant subject and then sort it out. I'm sorry. Very simple. Nowadays, when something is going wrong, first say, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. Even if you don't have, even the mistake is not in your side, say sorry. Why? At least the other person will get calm. At least if you have loving kindness, the other person might be with so much of bad qualities. If the other person is with so much of bad qualities, there's another secret. You should think like this. This person would have been practicing these bad qualities in many lives. I think this is the first time he would have heard the Buddha's teachings, or maybe this person would have not heard a Buddha's word ever in the samsara. That's why he is like this. Then you will have compassion towards that person without getting angry towards that person. Then Buddha preaches another reason to be obedient. To be obedient, when someone corrects you, then he says, okay, this is my mistake, I should correct. That is another way to be obedient. And then, now there are people in this society who have good qualities. What some people do is, they say, no, that is wrong. Why? He is jealous of that person. Tarnishing other people's good qualities. That is disobedient. But a person who is obedient will not tarnish a person's name just by telling, or just by saying that, or just by giving false information, saying that person does not have good qualities. See, there are so many reasons to be disobedient, and there are so many reasons to be obedient as well. Then if someone is greedy, that person is disobedient. If someone is generous, he is obedient. If someone is not jealous, he is obedient. See, if you can rejoice in others' development, you will not become disobedient. You will become obedient if you can be happy with others' development. Imagine at your workplace, if you were suitable to become the manager and maybe someone else became the manager, never mind. Help that person to become a manager. After he becomes a manager, you help him to increase in his qualities. Later, he might become the highest person and you can become the manager next. Or maybe you might get a better offer from a different company. You might not be able to manage, you might not be able to become the manager in the same company. But you might get offer from a different company. Why? You are not jealous of your manager. Those are the ways we should practice to develop in life, not to fight in the same company and fight for your rights. This world is big. There are so many opportunities. Don't live like a frog who's living in a well. Then Buddha preaches, here a person is not cunning, and that person does not show his qualities to others, does not exhibit his qualities to others, does not show off his qualities to others. Such a person will become obedient. A person who is always who needs to show his qualities to others and to tell the good things he does, then he expects others' praise. Then when people don't praise him, what happens? He will get angry and he'll become disobedient. And then another reason to be obedient is when people take good decisions, we should bow down and accept it. Some people, when people make good decisions, they don't bow down, then you become disobedient. To become an obedient person, how many qualities we should possess in our life? Then only people will love us. Then only we will have a place in the society. Then to be obedient, if you take a wrong idea, if there's a wrong understanding, immediately we should be able to give up it. If we have wrong views, wrong ideas, we should be able to give up that wrong idea immediately. Then you can become obedient. Some people, they are engulfed and they are entangled and they are overwhelmed with wrong views. Then we can't correct them. They are disobedient. See? So I taught you so many reasons to become obedient today. Enough, right? Practice now. Practice now. So that is for today from Anumana Sutta. Try to read Anumana Sutta from Majjhima Nikaya. Our volunteers will share the link in the WhatsApp groups as well, and also in the chat, and read this section. Don't read the entire sutta, at least learn this sutta. So I bless all of you all to become obedient and overcome many problems that you face by being disobedient. And may you be able to be obedient and enjoy happiness and maintain your good qualities in life. Don't give up the good qualities just because of a salary or just because of a job. Be content. Now recently when I spoke to one devotee, that devotee told me, Swaminus, I don't like to take loans. I don't like to have credit cards. If I don't have money to enjoy happiness the way I want, I'll wear the same dress every day. I'll wash it again and again and wear it. Just for the sake of making others happy, I will not take loans. Just for the sake of showing off, I will not do that. I'll be content. Some people, they take a loan to live happily, with the sake of living happily to build a house, but every day thinking of the loan. From rain and sun, there is no problem. But mind is giving a problem. Mind is troubling you always. So contentment is a great thing to practice. So I think this is enough for today. May you be well and happy and be able to practice these qualities and become a real disciple of the Supreme Buddha in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.